Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you are here, and you will notice that this video is a little bit different. I am starting a brand new series which is called Behind the Business, and it is a 90-day challenge where I am showing you the behind the scenes of starting and launching my brand new continuing education business. I am so excited. I've had this in the works for a while. I got this idea a couple of months ago, and I just felt like it was the perfect marriage of so many things I'm passionate about. So if you don't know, therapists need to take 30 hours of continuing ed every 2 years to maintain their license. And this can vary by state and by different licensures, so please don't take that statistic to heart, but that's what it is in Ohio. And I have just found over the years that so many continuing education courses are so outdated, very unhelpful, and just not worth the money, basically. I have taken some that are wonderful, and I just really feel like this is the perfect combination of so many things that I love. So if you don't know, I have an undergraduate degree in education, so teaching has always been something I'm really attracted to. And then obviously now I've been an LPCCs for the past 7 years, and I absolutely love it. But in this season of motherhood, I just really need to make multiple streams of income, because doing talk therapy one-to-one with clients is extremely challenging with navigating childcare, having a quiet space in my home. I'm completely telehealth, so I don't have an office that I'm going to. And honestly, I just really want to stop trading time for money in that way until my kids are in school, because I want to spend the little years with them. So if you are interested in following along the journey, I'm so excited because this Friday when I'm posting this video falls on November 1st. And so I'm gonna do a 3-month challenge. So all of November, all of December, all of January, to try and get this business up and running. So please subscribe, hit that follow button. These videos are gonna be a lot more casual, a lot more chatty, and honestly, just taking you along and showing you the daily grind of trying to get this business off of the ground. I love seeing behind the scenes like this, and I feel like a lot of people don't show how they launch like a course or how they launch, a guide that they're selling or a digital product. And I'm just so interested in that. And I think a lot of other therapists and aspiring therapists are too, because as you saw in my last Monday video, therapists are so severely underpaid that I think a lot of us are looking for other ways to be a part of the field that would provide us some passive income. I've almost wondered to myself, because I feel like this is such a good idea, like why other therapists aren't doing this very often. There are therapists here and there that will speak at like a convention, or they'll have like one CE course that's offered, but it's usually through something like PESI or one of those bigger organizations. And now that I'm into the nitty-gritty of trying to become NBCC CE certified, oh my gosh, I completely understand why people don't do this, because it can take up to 6 months to be approved. And also it's an $800 non-refundable fee, which I was expecting there to be a fee. I was thinking more in like the 300 range. 800 is crazy in my opinion. But once you are NBCC certified, you don't have to keep going back and showing them the CEs that you're making. You basically present one CE course that you're using as like, here's what I'm going to be doing, here's, what I can do. And they go through it and basically audit it and make sure that you're following their guidelines. And then they say, fix this, fix that. There's a lot of things you have to include in terms of like certificates and how you keep people's quiz scores. And it's so much, but I think I can get into a system of doing it and doing it well. It's just doing it the first time that is like really overwhelming. So let me explain a little bit more about what I'm actually thinking of doing with CEs, because there are a lot of different ways that you can get your continuing ed, and I'm learning a lot about that. So you can take continuing education courses that are basically webinars, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on. I'm not going to like go around to speaking engagements, because that's the absolute opposite of what I'm trying to foster right now in my life as a young mom. But you can take a course that is all online, and at the end you have to take a quiz that shows that you retained some of the information, you get a certificate, and then you get to send that in to NBCC through CE Broker, I think is what all LPCs have to use now, which is just like a little app that makes it super easy. And once you do that, you then log that basically as like an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, however long the training was. It's usually 1 hour is one CE. So I'm going for the fully like on-demand digital format. I think they call it home studies, which is also just like so outdated to me, but the whole process is kind of outdated. And my master plan and things I really want to focus on in terms of what I'm going to create for the actual content of my continuing eds, I really want to make things that are focused on therapist well-being and burnout prevention, because just this channel and being involved in the subreddit that talks about what it's like to be a therapist, and then learning more and more about the statistics of our pay, I just have a true heart for therapists being able to live well and survive, because I think this is one of the few jobs where your performance as a therapist truly relies on your own mental health. Like if you're in a really bad place, it's going to be hard to support other people through their own bad places, right? And so when you're making low income and you're having that financial stress, just people are burning out in droves. Like I think that the statistic is that almost 50% of therapists burn out before they get their independent licensure. It's something like that. Do not quote that either. I really need to find like the actual data. It's kind of hard because I've actually tried to do that, and like there's psychologists, there's social workers. I want like the counselor one. So it was kind of tricky to find, but I want to focus on burnout prevention and the overly used word of self-care, I suppose, but there are actual science-based studies that talk about how to prevent burnout in difficult fields. So I am excited to put my little research hat on and get all into the research again in the nitty-gritty. I absolutely love that. It's just really hard because a lot of the tasks I need to tackle in doing this are like deep focus, deep work tasks where I need like 4 hours all combined to get anything done. And it's really hard to come by that right now with my son. Like today was supposed to be that day for me. Yesterday, my son ended up throwing up. And so I had to cancel my clients and move them to today. So now today is a therapy day. And so I'm not getting to work on this, and it's all okay. But like by the time it's bedtime for him, I'm not like ready to dive into research that I need to be like fresh and really understanding, especially like I take it very seriously to be presenting myself as like an authority in the field if I'm presenting this information. So, long story, but this will be on alyssapowers.com, which is already active. You can, if you're curious, you can look in the description box. I have it linked, and I also have an NCE guide that I'm currently selling that is a study guide. It has already sold multiple copies, which makes me so happy. It makes me feel like it's going to help a lot of people. But my main focus and thing that I want to do with that website and with just everything, YouTube and all of it, is provide modern, practical, current day, great quality education for therapists that helps them to not burn out. So here's the 90-day challenge. Let's see what we can do. I cannot wait to take you along, and I hope that you are excited to follow along the journey with me. If this sounds like a challenge that you're interested in, please hit that subscribe and give this video a like. I'm really excited, and I will be posting every Friday is my goal. We'll see if it ends up being every other. I honestly feel like I have so many different things that I want to show you the behind the scenes of. So I think I could probably pull off an every week, but at least we know some Fridays this will be coming out. All right, well, I will see you guys on Monday for my normal content, and bye.